in the next 3 parts of the course, I'm going to be covering the 3 different types of macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates and fats. These are all very important sections and they'll give you a really good understanding of the fundamentals. So the first macronutrient we're going to cover is protein. What is it, why it's important, and how it can help with weight management. So let's get into it. So what is protein and why do we need it? Proteins are a crucial component of every cell in the body and are often referred to as the building blocks of the body. They are formed from structures known as amino acids that combine in various ways to make muscles, bone, tendons, skin, hair and other tissues. It's really important that we consume enough protein because it isn't easily stored in the body. Like carbohydrate and fat, protein also provides energy, but because it has so many other important functions and can't be stored, the body relies heavily on carbohydrate and fat for energy. This leaves protein free to be used for maintaining healthy tissues, enzymes and hormones. Shortly after a meal, proteins are digested into amino acids. These amino acids, or protein building blocks, are absorbed by the small intestine and then distributed to cells in the body. The cells take what they need and rearrange amino acids to make new proteins or repair older ones. Because the body doesn't store protein, once our basic needs have been met, any excess is either used or stored as energy. It's important to get enough protein throughout the day, but it's also important not to go overboard. Eating excess protein, just like carbs and fat, can lead to undesired weight gain if calories in exceed calories out. Now, different foods supply protein in various amounts. From a dietary perspective, animal products such as meat, fish and eggs are complete proteins. That means they provide all of the essential amino acids required by our body. Other protein foods like legumes, nuts and vegetables are incomplete proteins, which means they don't provide adequate amounts of the essential amino acids by themselves, but can when eaten in combination with other foods. Whether you're wanting to lose weight, gain muscle, or recover from a tough workout, feel more satiated at mealtime, or simply maintain good health, eating adequate amounts of healthy sources of protein is important. So now I'm going to talk about the benefits of protein for fat loss. So firstly, protein satisfies and saves calories. What do I mean by that? Well, studies have shown that protein is the most fulfilling macronutrient by far. So when trying to lose fat, protein is important because it helps you feel fuller for longer. Having protein slows down digestion, making us more satisfied and less likely to go back for seconds. This is why people often find that adding more protein to their diet is a simple way to lose weight without being on a strict restriction diet. Secondly, protein requires more of your energy. So, the thermic effect of food is the energy we use to digest food into small absorbable components. Protein contains 4 calories per gram. But a large part of the protein calories are actually lost as heat when it is metabolized or digested by the body. Therefore, protein has a much higher thermic effect of food compared to carbs and fat, meaning you're actually burning more calories by the very process of digesting protein than you are when you're digesting carbs or fats. This shows you the thermic effect of the different macronutrients. Fat has a 2 to 3% thermic effect, carbs has a 6 to 8% thermic effect, and protein has a whopping 25 to 30% thermic effect. So the main point is that proteins require much more energy to actually digest themselves than fat or carbs. So if we look at this as an example, if we go with a thermic effect of protein being 25% and a 2% thermic effect for fat, this would mean that 100 calories of protein would actually end up as 75 calories, because there's a 25% reduction, while 100 calories of fat would end up as 98 actual calories. So, put simply, high protein diets have a metabolic advantage. Thirdly, protein fuels fat burning and preserves lean muscle. It may be surprising, but it's a scientific fact that your body cannot effectively burn and use fat as energy if it doesn't have help from either carbohydrate or protein. So when on a calorie deficit, we are definitely losing fat, but we're also going to lose a bit of muscle. It's impossible to not lose some muscle as well as the fat. During this process, it's especially important that you continue to eat enough protein in your diet. To look lean, you want to retain as much lean muscle as possible while burning fat, and having adequate protein coming in from your food fuels fat burning while preserving lean muscle. One important thing to realise is eating more protein alone won't necessarily help you shed excess weight in a healthy way. When consumed in excessive amounts, it can still lead to weight gain, much like eating excess carbs or fat would. Remember, energy balance is the most important thing, so you want to still make sure you're not going over your daily calories. Okay guys, I hope you now understand why protein is so important for our fitness goals. Okay, as always, make sure you click the button below this video so I know that you've watched this part of the course. And in the next section, I'm going to be covering carbohydrates. See you then.